Hello students, good afternoon. After a long days, we have come back in our this process of the learning. Today we are going to start the discussion in a new chapter, that is the health and the wellness. In our previous classes, we have make a discussion that what is the health and what is the wellness. Now we are going to learn about that how can we assess that how the health is the fit or not. So before that, first of all, you have to go through that what is the definition of the health. Health means when a person is completely physically fit and active and not having got any disease or any deficiency condition in their body, that state is known as the health. And the healthy person means the person who is having any type of not having any defined type of the problem, like it can be the nutritional problem due to the over nutrition or the undernutrition, or can any type of the less immunity, so that it can be affected by any type of the bacteria or the virus. So for that reason, who are having very much physically active, they are assessed by the healthy person. So when we are talking about the healthy person, we have to talk about the healthy diet. That's why this healthy diet is very much important to assess a healthy persons, as because we know that diet, it can be different types. In the normally it is been the balanced diet, and other is the imbalanced diet. The balanced diet means when the person is intaking the food in the right proportions according to the RDA of the age and the height and the weight, and the protein and the vitamin, minerals and the carbohydrates are taking according to the requirement, then that diet is known as the balanced diet. In this balanced diet, we know that the basic 5 food groups, all the food items must be present from each group. So that is the balanced diet. And when we are talking about the imbalanced diet means if any diet contains the high amount of the protein and carbohydrate and fat are present, but as a source of the vitamin and the minerals, the green leafy vegetables or the fruits are not present in the daily diet, and it can be the less of the fiber also, it is the example of the unhealthy or the imbalanced diet. And what happen when any person is taking this imbalanced diet for the long days, then different types of the nutritional problem developed on that person. So like this way, by the help of this healthy diet, we can assess that which person is healthy and which person is not healthy. So after that, the important thing we are going to learn today, that is the body mass index. Means body mass index, what is this? Body mass index, it is a calculation of the height and the weight, means by which you can make the calculation that whether that person is in the normal weight or in the overweight or underweight. By that calculation, this body mass index, we can assess that the person is in the right condition or not. Here, for making the calculation of this BMI, you just see that here the first you have to take the weight of any person, that will be the weight will be in the kg, not in the pound, and the height you have to take, that is in the meter. In generally we take the height in the foot in an inch measurement, but here you have to take that foot into converted into the meter. Means in generally we say that 1 foot is equal to 30 centimeter. So you have to make it like if any person is having got the 5 feet, then it will be 150 centimeter, and 150 centimeter if we make converted, it will be 1.5 meter. So like that way, here you have to make the calculation. For this calculation, take the height in the meter, and the height square will be square, and then the division will be made. After making the division, when it will becomes the body mass index, as you know that it is index, so for that reason there is no unit of it. By this index, you will get a configuration number by which you can assess that whether that person is in which state. When the normal weight means when the person is in the healthy condition, when it is been that this index will come around from 20 to 25. Mean when any person is having got 21, 22 or 24, means you can assess that person is in the healthy fit condition. But if for any reason it reduced from the 20, means if it moves to the under the 19 or 18, then you can say that that person is known as the underweight. Means which is a common problem in our India. Specifically, you will see that the roadside to children's, those who are having got the due to the different reason, maybe the economic, or they are having got the belongs to the below poverty line, for which they are not getting the food properly. So for this reason, the underweight is also a problem for our health now in this moment. Next, we will move to the Overweight means how can you assess that the person is in the overweight? There is a great difference between the overweight and the obesity. Overweight, in generally we can say that the weight has been increased little bit, but when we are talking about the obesity it is a disease. In generally we say that obesity is not a disease, it has been only the increasing the weight. No, it's not identified nowadays. Obesity is also a type of the disorders which created due to the energy metabolism difference. It can be created different reasons, sometimes due to the genetic due to the hereditary factor, or the energy metabolism due to the unhealthy diet, like this way. Now here, when the overweight, how it will be calculated? When this BMI index will comes from 25 to 30, then it will be identified that the person is moving towards the obesity. Means if it is moved to the 30, then it will be identified that the person is moving towards the obesity. But if it's moved from the 25 and it moves towards the 24, then that person is moving towards the normal weight. So the overweight standard is from 25 to 30. After that, you see that there is the obesity 1. Obesity 1 means this is the first grade when the patient or the person is moving towards the obesity, is the starting of the disease, that is the 31 to 35. This index will be remain from 31 to 35. In this state, what happened? The persons gradually increase the weight due to some hormonal reason, or there are different factors for which and the persons when gain the weight, different types of the cardiovascular disorder, or different types when the sugar level also increase, different type of the problem created. After that moves to the obesity 2. When this BMI will comes from 36 to 40, then it is known as the obesity 2. Obesity 2, it is also the moving towards the more serious stage. And in the obesity 3 means when it moves BMI moves above the 40, means generally if we make the calculation of a 5 feet height any persons, then if the person's weight moves above the 100 kilo or nearly 115 kilo or like that way, then that person is identified in the maybe according to the height towards the obesity 2 and or the 3. Generally in this state, when any persons move, first the doctors try to identify that what is the reason of this high amount of the weight increasing in the body. Then after that, in the serious condition, especially in the obesity 3, the doctor take the admission to that person to the hospital for making it cure. So for this reason, you can see that for making the definition or telling that how can we assess that the person is healthy. So for that reason, if the person is moving towards the obesity 3, then it is also unhealthy, and if the person is moving towards the underweight, that is also unhealthy. So like this way, the BMI help us for making the calculation of the fitness. Thank you.